Hey guys, today we're going to make an applique baby onesie, and I'm going to be using some muslin fabric instead of cotton woven, but I'm going to use it the same way that you would use cotton woven fabric or any kind of stretchy knit fabric. I have a onesie and it does have a zipper on the side. I have some heat and bond, and we're going to put the heat and bond on the back of our fabric for the applique, and that's going to help with two things. It's going to help us cut out our applique easier, and whenever we finish doing our applique and we apply heat to it, it's going to make sure that the fabric is glued down to our onesie, and then it won't ever kind of bubble or come up or anything like that. It'll be secured to the onesie itself. We're going to put some soft tender touch on the back side of it. That way nothing on the back side will harm the baby, scratch it, or anything like that. It'll just be soft. It'll feel just like the fabric, so the baby won't have to worry about feeling any of the threads or anything like that. So let's get started. Guess I can do it from my camera. And you're just going to put it on and follow the instructions. And then we're just going to let that cool for a second before we peel it. So I'm going to put it off to the side. I'm using tearaway. You can use tearaway or cutaway. I'm just trying to make sure I have a big enough piece. And I like to hoop my stabilizer first. Yep. Make sure the arrows are clean. I like to give it that tap, make sure you have that drum tap to make sure that it is snug. And I'm going to take my grid, and this is how I like to line up my designs to go on my garments. So I'm just going to mark those center points. Here. Kind of want it by the baby's feet, so if that's like the baby's waist, I'm going to do it more towards the end. This will probably be a little hard to see because I'm on a darker fabric, but if you were on a lighter fabric, you'll be able to see it. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because that part's going to kind of round. and then not all the way to the bottom, so it's gonna fit really good. So here's the center, so then the first name is gonna go right here, and then the middle name is in this bottom block. So I think this is a really good placement for it. Let's see if I can see him. Yeah, I can see him. I don't think you could see it on camera, but I can see the markings. Now, what I'm also going to grab is some Heat and Bond temporary spray. I'm just going to spray on my hoop. And then I'm going to line up those dots and put it on here. What I might do since it's kind of hard to see, sometimes I use pins to kind of help guide me. So here's the top one, and I'm just going to match it up to the top one right there. And here's the middle guy. He's right there. I'm just like poking it through. I'm not like securing it down. Okay, so they're all in their place. So then I'm just gonna maneuver my fabric, the garment, so that the pins are straight up and down. And then smooth out the fabric. Want to have it in place. Oh, this one came out. I'm also going to just take those same pins, and then once it's smooth, pin the material down. So it's already there. You don't have to use pins if you don't want to. If you want to just use the spray, you can, but I just like to do it. So now our onesie is hooped. And we have our fabric. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the Heat and Bond now. And if it's just going to peel right off. So now let's go to the machine and embroider. So now our onesie is hooped and we have our fabric. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the heating bond now. And it's just going to peel right off. So now let's go to the machine and embroider. So now our onesie is hooped and we have our fabric. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the heating bond now. And it's just going to peel right off. So now let's go to the machine and embroider. So now our onesie is hooped and we have our fabric. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the heating bond now. And it's just going to peel right off. Okay, so we're at our embroidery machine. I have our hoop on the machine. I've threaded the machine with our first color, and I have the design uploaded on the machine. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and clip all the little extra. Lint rolled while I was off the camera. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a satin stitch all around all the letters. part is done. There's some like excess fabric coming out on a few of them, so I'm going to clean that up off camera when we're finished. But I just want to give y'all like a little close up of what it looks like so far. Gonna do the middle name now in just a satin stitch, and it's gonna do all the letters at one time. Just clean up extra threads. Just clean up extra threads. Alright, so we are finished. And here's what it looks like off the machine. I'm going to go ahead and clean up all the threads and then all this extra fabric because I don't like that. And I'll bring y'all back to the table. That looks good. Okay, so we're here at the last step. I have the onesie off of the embroidery hoop, and I had tearaway stabilizer. I took off as much as I wanted to on the back. I just noticed a few extra threads. I'm going to trim these real quick. You could, that's your preference. I'm going to go ahead and get that off. I'm going to go ahead and flip my onesie inside out so I can have all the threads exposed. Everything's here. I got my iron heating up, and we're just going to add our tender touch now to the back of this. So just gonna eyeball how much we need. My little ironing board. Put my onesie down. Try and get as much wrinkles as I can out. And then on the soft touch, you can feel where it's kind of rigid and where one side is smooth. The smooth side is going to be the outside of it, and the more rigidy side is going to have the adhesive to make it stick to your fabric. So we're just going to place that down. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and trim this up a bit. I don't need that much. And this doesn't have to be like perfect. So get everything out the way. If you want to put a piece of cloth down first, you can. I'm just going to put my iron straight on this and just kind of pump it in a few areas. Follow the instructions. This is just the way I do it. I've even seen people, you put this on their heat press. But since this is a onesie and I've got a zipper and all, I figured the iron would be sufficient. Or if you had a Cricut easy press, that would be easy to do as well. making sure it's all down. And that's it. We are done. Flip out our onesie, zip it back up, and ready to go. So here's our finished onesie, all ready to go. I think it came out super cute. And I cleaned up all the extra threads before we came here, and also like lint rolled over any extra threads and all. But yeah, that's it. Super cute. Hope you enjoy. I know my little one will.